The Achilles heel, that exposed tendon of the foot, is probably one of the most recognised titles in the English language. Every child becomes aware of the importance of these tendons, as every child at some time in their development experiences discomfort due to accidental collision, sports injury or strain. Just as everyone knows the words heart and lung and arm and leg, so they know the term Achilles heel. And as nearly everyone asks the origin of such a bizarrely named part of their anatomy, so it follows that nearly everyone knows the story as to how the term Achilles heel came about. According to the popular legend, in order to make her son's body impervious to weapons, the mother of Achilles dipped her baby son in the waters of the river Styx, knowing that the water from this sacred stream would act as an impenetrable barrier. In order to submerge him in the waters, she held him by the heels. Where she held him, her hands prevented the water from touching his skin, and it is here that the great hero was vulnerable. It is here, in his heels, that the arrow shot by Paris struck and caused his death. Thus states the legend. But the legend contradicts the original story and is naught but Roman propaganda. The oldest reference to Achilles comes from the Iliad. The Iliad states that Achilles was wounded during combat and bled from his wound, which contradicts the idea that he was impervious to weapons. The legend of Achilles' heel must, therefore, come from a later time period. So this provokes two questions: when and why? The first question, as to when this new legend emerged, is not too easy to answer, for the author is not confidently known to posterity. It may have been the Roman poet Statius, who was born in Naples around 46 ACE. Publius Papinius Statius wrote an epic poem, the Achilleid, which, unfortunately, was never completed. Many scholars accept that the legend of Achilles' heel originated from his writings. He died around about the year 96 ACE. So, why did he do it? The Romans at the time were expanding their empire and required legendary heroes to inspire their troops. Achilles was a good choice, as it was fashionable in Rome at that time to adopt Greek ways. Only Achilles had a flaw, a weakness, so to speak. It had to do with heels, only not his. Hector's. Hector's heels were Achilles' weakness. You see, according to the Iliad, after Achilles killed Hector, he tied the corpse to the back of his chariot and dragged it around the walls of Troy. In order to do so, Achilles pierced Hector's heels and threaded leather straps through the wounds. This act was considered atrocious, and the Roman hegemony could not promote a personality who would commit such an atrocious act. What he had done had to be expunged from the record, and Statius was the man to do it. He changed the weakness of Achilles from that of a challenging personality to that of a physical vulnerability. And it worked. Achilles is, still today, a hero. Or is he?